What's going on, you guys? It's Bre'Aunna and welcome back to another natural hair YouTube video. So I am very excited because first of all, I'm back on the natural hair YouTube video, hair care tips, tricks, methods, all that good stuff. So in today's video, I will be talking about hair type, hair porosity, and why one is more important than the other. So I'm not going to do too much talking. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So before we get into the actual facts of this video, I just wanted to apologize because I've literally had this in my vault, in my camera roll for literally a whole week now, and I'm just now editing it. So please, please, please excuse the tardiness. I'm trying to get better, but I do have several other things that are on my plate in comparison to beforehand. So yeah, just y'all cut me some slack, please and thank you. Okay, let's get on with the video. Alright, so first thing is first. What is a hair type? What is a hair porosity? How do I find my hair type? How do I find my hair porosity? These are common questions that often get asked for newly naturals and even some OG naturals who are just now getting this information, which is kind of crazy, but better late than never, right? So your hair type is basically on a scale from to how tight or how loose your curls are, okay? So I am in the type 4 hair category and I have type 4C hair, which is the tightest curl pattern that anybody can ever have. It does not get any tighter than 4C hair, okay? And there's also a chart if you don't know what your hair type is that you can look at, but I'm gonna get a little bit more into that after I give you guys the definition of what your hair porosity is. Now, your hair porosity is based on how well your hair can obtain and retain moisture, okay? So how fast or how slow is your hair soaking in water, leaving conditioner, moisturizer, and how fast is your hair drying out and needing to reapply those products in order for it to stay moisturized. Now, there are 3 different levels of hair porosity, okay? We have low porosity, we have medium porosity, and we have high porosity. And there actually is multiple tests that you can take for this as well to find out what hair porosity your hair has, okay? So one of the most common tests is called the float test. So basically what you do is you're gonna wash your hair, because for this test to be effective, and even then this test isn't 100% perfective, or effective, but it's mostly effective. So you're gonna wanna have clean hair, so shampoo your hair. Don't do any like deep conditioner or moisturizer or anything like that. Just make sure that it is clean, that it's solid, your scalp is nice and clean, okay? That's all you need to do. And then you're gonna take a piece of your hair and you're going to put it in some room temperature water, okay? You don't want the water to be cold and you don't want the water to be hot. In order for this test to be effective, your hair has to be clean and the water has to be room temperature, okay? Just regular water. It could literally come from out of the sink. Tap water is totally fine, okay? No cold water, no hot water. Basically, what you're going to look for and what you want to actually watch when you put your piece of the strand of your hair that you take out of your scalp is if your hair, if it floats at the top of the water, if it sinks down to the middle, or if it floats all the way down to the bottom. If the strand of hair floats all the way down to the bottom, that means that you have high porosity hair and that your hair soaks in a lot of moisture very fast. If the hair is floating in the middle, that means you're in between and that you have medium porosity hair. And if this hair strand is floating at the top and doesn't sink at all, like zero zilch, that means that you have low porosity hair and that your hair has a hard time obtaining and retaining moisture, okay? So I have high porosity hair because my hair strands soak up water very, very, very fast, but my hair also at times does dry out faster, which is a reason why I have to re-moisturize my hair at least 2 times out of the week. So more often than someone with low porosity hair would have to do, because they retain moisture easily than someone, more easily, excuse me, oh my gosh. They retain moisture more easily than someone like me with high porosity hair. Now let's go ahead and talk about why one is more efficient and more important than the other. What I'm about to tell you guys is literally key, so make sure that you're listening. Okay, listening ears open, right? It is more important for you to know your hair porosity than your actual hair type. Yeah, believe it or not, this is literally facts, because your hair type only tells you how tight your curls are. And this is actually very informative, but also shocking for some of us, whether you knew this or not. I know when you first found out, or if you're first finding out, this is probably shocking, because when you go natural, it's all about what type of hair do I have? What products do I need to use for my hair type? How do I do this? Do I need to deep condition? Do I need to pre-poo? Do I need to co-wash? Do I need to do this because I have this hair type? Sis, look, literally all your hair type tells you is how tight or how loose your curl pattern is. Your hair porosity is what you want to focus on, because that tells you how long and how fast your hair absorbs moisture, how fast it can take it into the scalp, into the hair strands, but also how fast or how slow that your hair is going to dry out. So it's very, very, very important to know your hair porosity. I'm not saying don't figure out what your hair type is. It's just not as important as knowing your hair porosity, okay? So let me give you guys an example. All right, so because coconut oil is such a huge topic nowadays on YouTube and in the natural hair community, there's literally people saying that coconut oil is the best thing to happen to their hair for when they pre-poo and to moisturize and to detangle. But there's also other people on the opposing side that are saying that coconut oil literally ruined their hair and is stripping down their hair and is breaking off their hair. So I'm gonna go ahead and explain why. The first thing that I want to get into is the opposing side. So low porosity hair. Most likely, if you have low porosity hair and you have used coconut oil on your hair for maybe a pre-poo or maybe as a moisturizer, it most likely ruined your hair in some type of way. It either stripped down your hair, it made your hair feel very heavy, and it did absolutely nothing for your hair. And the reason for that is because coconut oil, and I'm actually going to show you guys my big bottle that I get from my job. So this is a 60 flow ounce. There we go. So this is a 60 flow ounce that I use, and I buy mine in bulk because I use it for my hair care brand, but I also use it on my own hair as well. The reason why coconut oil doesn't work for low porosity hair types is because that coconut oil is a heavy oil. Okay, it's very heavy. It is saturated in fatty acids that are very good for your hair, but it's still a heavy oil. Okay, it's very thick, it's very saturated, and it very well is an amazing oil, just not for someone with low porosity hair. Because oil is so thick and it has a lot of fatty acids in it, all it does for someone with low porosity hair is it sits on top of their hair strands, literally. If I were to apply this coconut oil onto my hair for a pre-poo, let's say, and I'm just saturating it, and I have low porosity hair, all that coconut oil is going to do is sit on the surface of my hair, and my hair is now going to feel heavy because low porosity hair cuticles are closed. Okay, they're not open, they're always closed, which is why it is so hard for someone with low porosity hair to retain and to obtain moisture, because their cuticles are closed. So coconut oil is not going to do anything for them. Okay, so of course I'm gonna say coconut oil is bad. It has ruined my hair. My low porosity hair cannot do coconut oil. But if someone such as myself has high porosity hair, they are going to rave and have raved about coconut oil. Okay, I use coconut oil to pre-poo my hair every wash day, and it gives me so much moisture, you guys. It penetrates my hair so well. I love coconut oil. I swear on coconut oil. Coconut oil is literally my holy grail. That is only because someone with high porosity hair, such as myself, has cuticles, hair cuticles that are always open, which means that a heavier oil is going to easily sink into my hair strands and be able to give me the moisture that I need, versus someone with low porosity hair where the coconut oil is just going to sit at the top because it has no airway of getting in. Okay, but the coconut oil works great for me, someone with high porosity hair, because my cuticles are always open. So there is space, there is room for that coconut oil to actually get into my airways and get into my hair strands in order to penetrate my hair and moisturize my hair thoroughly. Okay, I hope that's making sense. Let me know in the comments if that is making sense to you all. For all my low porosity naturals out there, we've talked about the coconut oil as our example. So now that you know, whether you knew before or not, now you know that coconut oil is no good for you if you have low porosity hair. So your next question is probably going to be, when I pre-poo, when I want to moisturize my hair with an oil, what oils are good for me? What can I use for my low porosity hair? I'm gonna go ahead and list a few oils that are good for your hair, and before I list those oils, I want to let you know that these oils are good for low porosity hair because these are lightweight oils. Okay, these oils are going to slowly but eventually sink into the hair cuticles and the hair strands of someone with low porosity hair as long as they are light. Okay, they will easily make their way through the hair cuticle because they are light and they are going to seal and lock and apply moisture to the hair. Okay, so some great oils for low porosity hair to use is going to be grapeseed oil. You have jojoba oil. You have argan oil. Those are some very, very, very good oils to use to not only seal in moisture, but to apply and penetrate your hair as well if you are doing something such as a pre-poo, or maybe you're using an oil to seal in moisture, or maybe you're using it to moisturize your scalp, or just apply oil onto your scalp to, you know, get the blood flowing a little bit. So those oils are very good for low porosity hair. Okay, so those are all of the facts that I have for you guys today. I really, really, really hope that I broke it down in a way that was very easy for you guys to understand. Please let me know if you guys have any questions at all. Okay, please, 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 I would be happy to answer them. I would be happy to clear the air for some things that I may have said in today's video that were unclear or that weren't explained enough or were hard to understand because of my little slurs and my stutters. Okay, be patient with me, you guys. I'm still learning how to reconnect with talking to myself on camera. If you have type 4 hair, it doesn't matter if it is low porosity hair or high porosity hair, make sure to click the link down below or go to my business hair care brand's Instagram page at Coily4You for more daily, okay, hair care tips, demos, and demonstrations on your hair care so that you can stress less and embrace more of your coily type 4 hair. Thank you guys so much for watching today's YouTube video, and also check the links down below for my recent hair porosity videos. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I hope to catch you in my next. Bye guys.